A wave of innovation has turned the banking industry on its head. Financial technology is changing the way that people transfer, lend, and borrow money, not just here, but around the globe. And as Eunice Yoon reports from Beijing, a dark cloud is forming over parts of this fast-growing business.
Protests like this one in Beijing are increasingly common in China. Enraged investors demanding compensation and justice after losing their savings in a failed peer-to-peer lending company called Yizhubao. These alternative investments, which match investors and borrowers online, have exploded in China, but so have the scams, casting a shadow over industry players like Sheng Jia, who hope unconventional financing will still be a bright spot in the country's slowing economy. Sheng runs P2P lending company NCF Group, a Chinese financial technology or fintech firm.
If you look at the scandals happened, especially since the second part of last year, they are scams. They just happen to be happening in this fintech time. That did affect the confidence of the consumer, and also it did affect the attitude of the regulators.
Regulators here have been tightening rules on P2P lending, one type of financial technology. In China, with funding from state banks out of reach for many smaller companies, this up-and-coming sector has ballooned into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Despite the potential, Sheng expects 2016 to bring uncertain times, as regulators warily eye these new entrants to the country's financial world.
Regulation just started to come into play in this market, but it takes some time for the players and also the regulators to come to some sort of harmony, right? The regulator, it's very often that regulator didn't understand at the beginning. When they understand or they think they understand, they will over-regulate. So when they over-regulate, the industry or the growth will be slower. How to basically run.
The former Google employee believes no company will be immune, even the most famous brands, like Apple Pay.
I know that Apple Pay is coming to China. It's a huge Apple fan space, and I'm using Apple Pay. But actually, I don't know. Anyone who wants to enter finance sector in China, the first thing I think they need to talk to the regulator first. It's very hard, not only financial players, but any internet or technology companies to try to operate in China. It's different rules.
As for Sheng, he's bracing for an industry shakeout that he hopes will bring stability to the industry longer term.
After this half-year regulation, more people, some people may be scared or maybe have lost the confidence at the beginning, but they are coming back, or they are shifting from those shaky platforms to a more reputable, more renowned platforms. It's better to face this problem earlier than later.
As long as he can survive any potential surprises along the way. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Eunice Yoon in Beijing.